To enslave our fellow man is unfortunately intrinsic to the human character. It has been with us since the beginning of time.
I've been raised on a belief system that's broken. Raised on a belief I keep my eyes closed and never question the things that I'm told and slave away every day till I'm over. Only problem with that is I've been awoken. Read books and now I'm old and well spoken. Somehow did it all the while still smoking. Never close minded, I keep mine open. A generation just like me that's been molded. Not asleep now, we can understand the motive. Every single day is a battle and I know it is a war for your mind and I'm trying to expose it. Unplug the TV and live for the moment. Turn the tables on them, then brace for atonement. Realize the life we're given is golden. Then you understand no government can own it. There's gotta be more to this. Life that we don't get lost in it. There's gotta be more to life than living and dying, wishing and lying. There's gotta be more to this. Life that we don't get lost in it. There's gotta be more to life than living and dying, wishing and lying. There's gotta be more to this. 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 I know. There's gotta be more to this. 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 I know. So quit with the bullshit. Telling me I can't have a full clip. Feinstein trying to limit my magazine. All the while pumping me full of damn medicine. Side effects that spike my adrenaline. Now I'm seeing parts of my mind that I've never been. Wanna fill you in the battle, where do I begin? A pen's my sword mightier than Leviathan. Wanna try me? You better try again. From inception to trying to get in my head. Pop culture raised me like a thoroughbred. But then I unplugged and really got the full extent. I see the picture clear now with my mind's eye. I feel like I'm Einstein, how was I blind? How is this not relative? The whole time the truth is being hidden, we've been sitting on the gold line. There's gotta be more to this. Like that we don't get lost in it. There's gotta be more to life than living and dying, wishing and lying. There's gotta be more to this. Like that we don't get lost in it. There's gotta be more to life than living and dying, wishing and lying. There's gotta be more to this. 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 I know. There's gotta be more to this. 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 I wanna try to write about my freedoms, riding a dead horse that's beaten. I don't really think I can reach them, but I'ma try one time before I eat them up. And I used to be a heathen, now to say that I look like Jesus, so I feel like I look like he does. But I'm surrounded by demons all day, there's gotta be a reason.
Every time I turn the TV on, it's treason. Brainwash, flicker rate programs the grieving. The two-party paradigm, realize you're hypnotized. Yeah. In Jamaica. What is up? What is up? What's up? No cardio today. Fix my helmet here. My helmet. My bad. Yo, what's going? It's like I never wore headphones. What's up? What is going on? No cardio today. We're starting something new. Starting something new. Let me tell you what it is. No cardio and chat by Seymour Mac. Oh yeah. And you're listening to the smooth sounds of Doc Risk. What is up? What is going on? How we doing? We're not going to do any cardio today, although I am still drinking my drink. Gotta drink the drink. I actually wanted to do this just as a test to test out the new Ethernet cable that my father and I ran last night from upstairs where the modem is, all the way down here, through the little shieling you see behind me, all the way through the ceiling, over the ceiling, over here. And I'm thinking there may be some issues. I'm hearing a little clicking and a popping. If you're hearing that also, please let me know in the chat. I am in the chat on my phone, so I will be able to keep up with you a little bit. I'm looking like I'm seeing a little delay here. I wonder if I could fix that on the fly, or if I cannot fix that on the fly. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Speakers. What if we made this my output? Boop, boop, boop. Nothing. Doesn't change a damn thing. Fuck it. We're going to keep going. Excuse my language. No cardio. We'll see if we could do this with no cardio. You know what I want to do real quick? Audio sounds like. Oh. Oh, it sounds okay. Oh shit, I turned off the chat. What am I doing? Like I've never used the phone before. Oh no, my chat froze. All right, there we go. All right, so what are we doing today? The audio doesn't sound too bad. That's not bad, and the delay isn't too bad. I bet you there's a way that I could probably fix this. If you need me to up the audio, lower the audio, whatever. You guys are my ears and my eyes. I really can't preview this shit other than stopping and then listening to the feed on the phone. I'm actually going to look right now to see if I can delay. Hello. One. If I could delay the microphone a little bit. I don't know if we can. We could try that. We could try a little delay right there. What if we turn it up a little more? Let's apply it. What happens when you apply it? Hello. One. That seems like it's worse. Hey, we're fucking with this on the fly. That's okay. I lost my chat again somehow. Here we go. Go in the chat, bro. Go in the chat. Chris, Big Chris, what's going on? All right, so we're just going to let it ride. It's just what it is. The only thing is I'm not really hearing myself. And you know what the other... Oh, hey, there he is. You know what the other thing I want to do real quick? Stick with me. Here, you know what? I'm going to give you room cam. Boom. I'm going to turn off the dehumidifier because that shit's annoying me. Yeah. A little bit better for me. Probably not better for you. All right, so what are we doing? I'm not moving my feet and I'm not stepping. The weird thing about doing the cardio in chat is this. When you're doing the stepping, the cardio actually takes over the brain and you wind up just rambling. It's really easy to just kind of ramble and get your thing going. When you're sitting in a chair and you got to like... I gotta watch what I'm doing here. It's a little weird. I gotta be honest with you. Little weird. But I want to do one of two things. First of all, I want to test this hardline Ethernet. So I actually was going to attempt to stream this live to Facebook and to YouTube at the same time. And guess what? If you don't have the full version, you can't do that. Okay, we're just going to Facebook. I got no drop frame, so it's looking pretty good, other than the little clicking and the popping. I don't know if anybody could hear that, but boom, boom, bang, bang. The other thing with doing it like this is I don't know if I can... I don't think I could... People could tap into my feed like how I do when I'm live streaming on the phone. So I can't really take guests like this other than maybe... Skype. I could probably take some Skype guests, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so let's get into something real quick. What I wanted to do was take this opportunity to show you guys a little bit of Bitconnect, how to log into Bitconnect, what Bitconnect is, why I'm investing in it, and basically I'll leave it up to you. I know that there's some people in my circle who don't really like the Bitconnect avenue of investing when you're investing into cryptocurrency. Excuse me, I keep looking at the monitor. But we will see. We will see. You back there. We will see. So this is the studio. Actually, you know what? Before we get into the Bitconnect, let's give a little tour here. When we do the cardio in chat, I'm actually way over there, whoop, in the corner, and I just used the cell phone to live stream that. You know what we might be able to do? We might even be able to show you where that is. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to leave that right there. No, we're not. We got to use the other camera. Let me show you where it is. All the way now. All the way over there. All right. So now you got a little perspective on where we're at and what we're doing here and why the hell we're doing it. Why we're doing it, I don't know. We like to hear ourselves talk, and it really just gets my chops up when I'm gonna blow up in Hollywood, which will probably never happen. Again, if you guys are seeing any issues with like either the audio or the video, just leave a comment in the chat. That way I could try to figure it out and work on it. I'll try to also remember to look into the camera because we could lock eyes with each other. Let's take a look. When we do the crypto in chat, that's me and Moses as corrected Axiom. I'm stationed here at my studio equipment here at the desk. This mixing board I actually use for recording music, but I have another mixing board down here. That's Moses' mixing board behind the TV screen here. And then Moses winds up sitting over there at the bar. I got a little bar action going on. Boop. So he winds up sitting over there. And it's a little weird because like I want to like look at him when we're talking. And I can't because I got to like look over my shoulder. So I really just see him in the screen. And then that's pretty much it. Yada, yada, yada. Bang, 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 bang. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. All right. That's the studio, bitches, kinda. That's the temporary studio. So this is no cardio and chat with Seymour Mac. That's right, I will not be doing any cardio today other than cardio of the yappin' yappa. Yep, and we got King in the studio with us. That's Kingston Buddy Bear with the muddy hair. Okay, so when we're talking about investing into cryptocurrency and we're talking about investing into or different ways to invest, I should say. Whenever I'm explaining this, I pretty much explained it in like 3 or 4 different ways. Pretty much what you could do is you could take your US dollars or your fiat money, whatever country you come from, and you could transfer that into Bitcoin. You could use an app like Coinbase. Actually, if you use the referral code in the description of this video, I believe, it may be there, it should be there. When you spend $100, you will get an extra $10, and I will get $10. I know for a fact that on my screen here, my video, my audio is a little delayed. If anybody else is seeing that, just leave me a comment in the chat to tell me if the audio is coming later or the video is coming later. I can't really tell in here. I'm kind of retarded without the stepper. All right, so you could just take your money, put it into Bitcoin, and you can pretty much just sit it in Bitcoin and let it, whatever Bitcoin does, it does. And most likely Bitcoin will go up and it will go down and then it'll go back up and then it'll go back down. And it'll just keep doing this cycle until eventually it either goes up to the moon or it goes down to zero and everybody loses everything. So who really knows? Who really knows? Not me. I am not the expert. I do know this for certain, though, that it is pretty... No delay. Good. It's just on my end, then, which is a little annoying, but not that bad. Okay. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. So you can invest into Bitcoin. Just let your money sit in there. You know, invest into something. Just kind of sit it. It's basically what I'm doing with Nexus. I am taking my Nexus... and I am basically just buying Nexus and sitting on it for the eventual long-term goal of Nexus blowing up as far as the project is concerned. And hopefully that creating some financial freedom for me and my family. But also, I will then be wholeheartedly invested into Nexus, which means I'm also invested into vector space systems. And this is just something that I believe in, something that I hold close to my heart, which is close to my beard, and you know, all right, we're about to get weird with the beard. Anyway, or what else can you do? You could go into an exchange like Bitrex. You know what? Let me pull some Bitrex up. You can go into an exchange like Bitrex. Let's go dock in the corner. Let's turn off one of these. Oh, hey. You know what we're going to do? We're going to shrink me down a little bit here. I'm shrinking. I'm sorry, I'm a little retarded. Okay, so you could take your Bitcoin then from Coinbase. Essentially, it's probably where you bought it because this is the easiest way to turn US dollars into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even Litecoin. Okay, those are the 3 coins that they support with their app. So then you could go into an exchange like this, Bitrex. This is just one that we use frequently. I have some other ones. I have a Bitconnect account. I have a GDAX account, and I can tell you why in a moment. And then you could take that Bitcoin, and you have a Bitcoin market here, or let's say you had Ethereum. There's an Ethereum market. Where is it? An Ethereum market here. So you could take your Ethereum, and then let's say I want to invest in some Neo, because Neo's down a little bit in the 24-hour range, and it's probably a good time to buy some Neo. If I had some Ethereum laying around, and I'm not logged in here, so you're not going to see the full spiel, then I could take my Ethereum, I could buy Neo when at a low point like this. When Neo goes back up, because it probably will go back up to at least up here, or at least here. This looks like kind of a higher support level. I'm using these terms and I'm throwing them around. I really don't know what the fuck they mean. So don't take my word for it. Disclaimer, I am not an expert, okay? If you take this advice, you take it at your own risk. All right. So I could buy it low when it's down here, and then I could sell it when it goes back up here. I will then have more Ethereum. And then if I want to, I could take that Ethereum, move it back into Coinbase, or take that Bitcoin, move it back into Coinbase. And then I could send that back to my bank account, and that will turn into cash. All right? So if you're still living in a cash world, which we all are living in a cash world, just some of us are trying to transition. Oh, what's going on with OK Cash, bro? 40% up. Let's take a look at this, because I have OK Cash. The only problem with my OK Cash is I bought it when it was like up here. Actually, I think I bought it right around here. Somewheres. You know what? I think it was like down here. I thought I hit a bottom. Nope. Guess what? The bottom kept going. So hopefully this OK Cash will go up back to the point where I could sell it and I can make a profit. Now, there's 2 levels to understanding the way this works, and we could use any coin. It doesn't really matter. But for here I am clicking on the broadcasting software, thinking that I'm actually going to make this chart bigger. Again, without the stepper, I'm slightly retarded. All right, you know what we should do? We're going to do this little tutorial. I wasn't really planning on doing this part of it, and we kind of did this on Crypto and Chat with Moses, where we actually showed you. We took Bitcoin that we had received from people buying T-shirts from us, and we actually sent that to Bitrex, to our corrected Axiom account on Bitrex that we made, and then we bought Nexus and we bought Steam with it. All right, so this is essentially the same thing that we're doing, but I just want to give a little refresher here. All cryptos are down because of the hard fork. That's what Moses says. It is very much like a stock market, Andrew. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention to the chat room. You probably left already. Oh, well. So there's 2 levels to this shit, and understanding how and when you can sell and you can make money. Okay. So you could see up here that we have a dollar amount and we have a Bitcoin amount. The small version here, that's the dollar. That's $1.30 for 1 Nexus. Transversely, we also have the Bitcoin amount. So anything before the decimal, if this would say 1.000, that would be 1 Bitcoin. Anything after the decimal is just a fraction of a Bitcoin, okay? Anything also, if these were all zeros and then the very last one here was a 1, that would be 1 Satoshi. All right, now this is kind of hard to wrap your head around for a while, but once you start kind of getting comfortable with the fact of of looking at these things in Bitcoin prices and satoshis instead of dollars, this is where you're actually going to start making money, and I'll explain why. Let's say the price of Bitcoin is way up, which it is right now. It's like 4,500, 4,600, something like that. The Bitcoin price, or let me back up. The dollar price of Nexus could be $1.30. All right, because the price of Bitcoin is up. The Satoshi amount, right? The Bitcoin amount, the Satoshis, I could actually, if let's say I bought one of these at 30,000 Satoshis, and then I sold it right now at 27,800 Satoshis, I would lose Bitcoin. I could possibly be thinking I'm making money, US dollars, because the price of Bitcoin is higher. So let's say, just for argument's sake, I bought it at 30,000 Satoshis, and it was like $1.20. All right. I could then be coming back later and looking at this and go, oh, it's $1.30 now. Let me sell it. But the Satoshi amount is actually less. Remember, I bought it for 30,000 Satoshis, and now I'm only selling it for 27,000. But my US dollar price is higher. Why is that? Because the price of Bitcoin is fluctuating. So as Bitcoin goes higher, the dollar price of all these altcoins like Nexus will go higher. But you want to, if you're day trading and you're kind of going back and forth, you want to make sure that you're actually selling your altcoins and making more Bitcoin, more Satoshi, not more US dollars. The only way that this would benefit you is if you say make profit, let's say a 10% profit on a trade like this in US dollars, but you actually made either the same amount or less amount in Satoshis or Bitcoin, right? This is very confusing. I'm trying to explain this, but I'm actually confusing myself as I'm doing it. The only way you would actually capitalize on that higher dollar amount is if you cashed out your Bitcoin immediately. Because as soon as that dollar amount of Bitcoin goes down, so is the dollar amount of your Nexus or the trade you just made. I don't know if anybody understands that, if that makes any sense, but this is how you have to start thinking about it if you are investing in the realm of trading, in like day trading. Look at this like a stock exchange, pretty much. It's just an altcoin exchange, all right? It's a cryptocurrency exchange. So we did a little tutorial on crypto and chat, episode number 3. So I suggest everybody going into that. What I want to talk about now is Bitconnect. This is another way that you could invest into crypto, into Bitcoin, and make money. And this is a passive way of making money. I am involved in all levels of investing right now. I'm day trading on the exchanges. I have money, just investments just sitting in Bitcoin, in Litecoin, in Ethereum, just waiting for it to grow. That's more of like I want to say like a 6 month to a year investment, maybe 3 months to a year, depending on how it looks. To do the day trading for small, short-term gains, try to get like 10%, 20% positive trades on every single trade. I'm not having a lot of luck right now. I've been making a lot of poor decisions. But I have had some really good trades, so I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. The biggest thing is feeling like you don't have to trade every single day. You don't. This is where you start getting that excitement. You start getting your emotion involved, and then you start really kind of, you just start thinking with your emotion instead of with your brain thinking logically. So I'm going to go over here to Bitconnect. So what is Bitconnect? Bitconnect is another way that you can invest with crypto, and this is more passive. There's different ways actually you can make money within Bitconnect. But I want to show you this. So you go to bitconnect.co, and it'll bring you to this page here, okay? There is a video, a guy made a video where he was explaining, first of all, Bitconnect's been around for a few years, I believe, and they're making a ton of money. So this guy, I will try to share it. I will share the video after I do this video. I will share that video. But he kind of breaks it down and shows you how Bitconnect is making money to the tune that it would make no sense for them to shut their doors. They are making a ton of freaking money, and they're doing that by having their own mini exchange inside of their platform. So you buy in with Bitcoin, but then in order to lend, which is what I'm doing, I'm lending money out essentially at an interest rate. I get an interest rate every day. It fluctuates a little bit every day, and I get that interest every single day. After a certain amount of time, I could take my capital investment back, which in this case is $100. I could take that back out. You know what? Let's go to that page, and I'll actually show you. So BCC lending. BCC is the abbreviation for Bitconnect coin. All right. So investing in Bitconnect lending. So you have to deposit your Bitcoin on a given Bitcoin deposit address, which when you register and you make your account here at Bitconnect, you will have your own address for your Bitcoin wallet and your Bitconnect wallet. And I believe they also have a Bitcoin Cash wallet for anybody who wants to use Bitcoin Cash instead of Bitcoin. So you deposit your Bitcoin, then you buy Bitconnect coin on their exchange, all right? Then you're going to lend that Bitconnect coin out in increments of whatever. Here are the ranges. So I went 100. So if you lend out $100 to $1,000 worth of Bitconnect coin, you will have your capital investment, right? Your $100 in my case, locked in for 299 days. When after that 299 days, I can take that $100 back out. Okay. You get the interest is accrued daily, so you get the volatility software interest. I'll show you that in a second. That could be up to 40% a month, which it probably is pretty close to that actually. The next level is $1,010 to $5,000, and then you get the volatility software plus an extra 0.10, and you have a shorter term where your money is locked up. Okay. Then you go up to 5,010 to 10,000, 10,010 to 100,000, which is crazy. And you can see that you get more and more money every day. As far as your interest rate is concerned, your daily interest rate, and the time that you're locked in is for a lot less time. All right, so you get your money back pretty quickly. And there are plenty of videos out there on YouTube you can look up where there are people investing $100,000. Crazy. So let's look at this volatility software. What is this? Let us look at it. All right, so right here you could see on the 5th of October, we got 0.98%. Then the next day, 0.87, 0.75, 0.47. Today, we're getting 0.79, and tomorrow is still pending, but it looks like it'll be about 130. And this pending interest rate, this is actually pretty accurate. I know Keith is very against Bitconnect, and I'm sure that he will not love me any less for doing this. But I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. And I will actually even show you the real scam sites where you're making 10% daily interest. And those things shut up shop within a couple weeks, couple months if you're lucky. I actually lost about $300 doing sites like that. I have not lost any money doing this Bitconnect site. And again, they've been around for a couple years, and I'll explain to you a little bit how they're not going to be shutting up shop anytime soon because they're making a ton of money, right? So it looks like tomorrow we're going to get like 1.30. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to log in. Let's show you how we logging in. Flogging in with my dolphin. All right, I'm not a robot. Or am I? I need to put in my two-factor authentication. All right. You can use like Google Authenticator, and then no financial institution guaranteed 1% daily returns. Hey, I'll check you out. It is a huge Ponzi scheme, but and we get to reinvest. Look at all this. You get to watch, Keith. So, hey, don't be fucking frowny facing my videos, all right, man? You're going to push it down the algorithm. Here's how Bitconnect will not be shutting up shop anytime soon. It is all on their exchange. This is how. So you bring Bitcoin in, and then you have to buy Bitconnect coin. Now, this seems very scammy at first because you're like, why would I have to buy Bitconnect coin? Well, check it out. Let's say I bought Bitconnect coin down here when it was $148. When they're giving you like a daily percentage, they're giving it to you in US dollars. They're not giving it to you in Bitcoin. Okay? So if I bought in my $100 and Bitconnect or BTC was at $148, BTC? Yeah. Bitconnect coin was at $148. And then when my term is up and it's worth more, let's just for argument's sake say $248, they're not guaranteeing me a percentage in in Bitcoin. They're guaranteeing it to me in US dollars. So as the price of Bitcoin and Bitconnect coin go up over the term of your investment, so my 299 days, let's redo this example. Let's say I bought in at $100 and then and it cost me 10 Bitconnect coin, right? To get my $100 investment, it cost me 10 Bitconnect coin to start my lending investment of $100. Then in 299 days, for argument's sake, Bitconnect coin is worth $200. In order for them to pay me back my principal, all they have to do now, because it's worth double the price, is give me 5 Bitconnect coin back for me to cash out into Bitcoin. So they have 5 extra Bitconnect coin that they made off of me just because the price of Bitconnect coin had went up. Now, if the price of Bitconnect coin goes down when I pull out, then they're actually going to be losing Bitconnect coin. But they are gaining so much extra Bitconnect coin and then probably just selling that for Bitcoin on other markets. This is why, and you can look at it as a scheme if you want, but there's enough capital flowing through this thing and people are getting their money back. It's not like they're not paying them their investments back. They're paying them back. So even on a large investment where you're like, they will never pay out $100,000 in 129 days. Well, if that person invested $100,000 when Bitconnect coin was only $100, and then when they cashed out that principal investment and Bitconnect coin was double the price, well, they only have to, as Bitconnect.com, only have to give back half the Bitconnect coin to pay that person back on their investment, right? You see what I'm saying here? So this is how Bitconnect coin differs from these other sites. So if we go to, I'm going to go to one that I actually lost money on that is still up. Let's go to bitlake.io. Oh, maybe they shut it down. What? Bitlake? Is it bitlake.com? Might be bitlake.com. Oh, no, it's bitlake.biz. Okay. So this is one where they claim to give you 10% daily interest. Oh, you know what? They shut it down, bro. They shut it down. What about Thunderbit? Thunderbit.io. This one's got to be shut down. Oh, it's still up. All right, so here's another one. This is like daily interest, and they claim to give you up to 15% of your profit back daily. Here's the difference with these kind of sites. They are taking your investment, and then after, let's say, 30 days, however long they decide, then they are just shutting down withdrawals. Like, they're not letting you withdraw any money from here. If I actually sign in, I could probably still sign in here. I don't know what the password is. Oh, there it is. I have money in here that if I go to withdraw, it will not let me withdraw. I got 0.1 Bitcoin in here, and it's just gaining. Withdraw error. Okay? So this is the difference between a site like this and Bitconnect, which is why I'm comfortable talking about Bitconnect to you guys. Now, like I said, not everybody's going to agree with this shit, but this is just another way that you can make money, and I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. And if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't want to do it, guess what? You don't have to do it. It's just the way this works. It's the free market. You get to choose your own destiny. You get to choose your own destiny. All right. Going a little wacky now. Hey, I forgot I wasn't on the screen that whole time. All right. So what are we doing? Time check also, 11:57. Okay. I will just ramble forever. I'm going to show you a couple things now. I'm going to show you what I'm in at and where I'm at. And then I'm actually going to be able to reinvest $10, so I'm going to do that, so I'll show you that. And I'll just kind of show you around the site a little bit. Let me show you around the crib, MTV Cribs. All right, so this bottom one here, this is the initial investment I made of $100. Now, I bought that when I had to use 0.9 Bitcoin. No, that's a freaking lie. I had to use 0.9 Bitconnect coin. At that point, Bitconnect coin was only worth $106. Now, Bitconnect coin, if we look all the way at the top here, is worth $154. Now, the cool thing about them having an exchange built in within their own thing here is I have some Bitcoin that was left over from my initial investment. I moved a little too much over. What I keep doing while I visit this site, if the price of Bitconnect coin is down, I go into their little exchange and I buy Bitconnect coin with my little fraction of a Bitcoin I have here. Then, as it goes back up to like $154, I transfer it back over into Bitcoin, and I just keep going back and forth like that because this price will just keep fluctuating with the price of Bitcoin. And then I will hopefully build up enough money in here to either invest or just pull it out. All right, so right now let's go back. I invested the $100. Every day, I was making daily interest, right? Eventually, you get to the point where you hit a $10 increment. When you hit a $10 increment, you can then reinvest that. Now I'm getting daily interest on the $100 and that $10 reinvestment, okay? Then I did it again. Then I did it again, then again, then again, again, and again, okay? So I have invested right now $170, and I have made back interest so far $80.57. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize that happened. $67.27 from lending profit, and then $13 from total commission. Now, total commission is probably a referral. All right, and I can show you that also because you can make money with referrals, which is partly the reason why I'm doing this video. I'm not gonna like bullshit anybody. If you use the referral link that I fucking post, I think it's in the comment. I will get, depending on how much you invest, I think I'll get, like, if you invest $100, I might get $7 or $8, something like that. So, as people are investing, and then you have other people use your code, and then it kind of all trickles back. This is the pyramid scheme portion of it, without a doubt. But if people can make money, and they're not actually hurting anybody, which I'm not hurting anybody, at least this helps me sleep at night by saying that, I'm making money. I could pull this interest out every single day, and it will take a certain amount of days for me to make money. But what I'm doing is reinvesting my $10 increments so that every single day I actually make more and more interest. So let's say after like about a year, let me pull up a little Excel spreadsheet I think I got in here. This is just an example. Just an example. This is somebody's spreadsheet I downloaded. You put in $100. Let's say you're making 0.9% interest, averaged out every single day. On day one, you're going to make 90 cents. All right. On day two, don't mind this because I fucked up the calculations on this because I kept moving things around. But basically, you will get up to the point where you make $10. Once you make $10, then you can reinvest that, and then you'll be making more and more money. This number on the side here, this red number, is if I took out my daily interest from this point on, what I would make in the course of 1 year, roughly. Okay? So the idea behind just reinvesting. Now, every time you reinvest, your $10 gets locked back in for however long, the 299 days. But I will make that much more in daily interest. So then let's say, wherever we're stopping at here, let's just say, where are we at? 244 days. Let's pick 244. 244 days out, if I just kept reinvesting and it was on average 0.9% interest, I'd be making about $8.37 a day interest. Now I could pull that out every single day from that day forth, and over the course of a year, I'll make about $3,000. Now, of course, that's as long as you're able to pull that money out. But then if I kept reinvesting, you could see that every day you make more and more and more daily interest. And then you start hitting your $10 increments pretty much every single day to where you can keep reinvesting. So it just starts kind of snowballing. Where you see this really, really take effect is when you're like over the $1,000 mark. Because then you're just making $10, $20 every single day. So then, after, let's scroll down to a year. Let's just see what a year is on $100. Now, this is not completely accurate. This is just like an estimate. This yellow line here. So if I reinvested at 0.9 every single time I could reinvest, I would be making about $24 a day. And then if I pulled out that interest every single day from that point on, I'd make about $9,000 over the course of a year. Now, of course, that is if this site is still running and yada, yada, yada. There is no address on their website. Bitconnect is bad for crypto. It might be, but I'm making a little bit of money on it. So it might not be. I don't know. I think BitLake is bad for crypto. I think Thunderbit.io is bad for crypto. I think Ryan Berkness, who's the guy that I found out about all these sites through, is bad for crypto. But that guy also made a bunch of money. Now, what else is bad for crypto? I don't know. Maybe Ripple is bad for crypto. How many people are holding Ripple? A lot of fucking people are holding Ripple. All right. If you don't know what Ripple is, it's just an altcoin. It's another cryptocurrency, but it's backed by the likes of Ben Bernanke and, the Federal Reserve, essentially, and the government and the banks, the banking system. So I think that's bad for crypto. The real vision of crypto, I think that's bad for crypto. But guess what? There's a lot of people holding that shit, and there's probably going to be a lot of people that make a lot of money off it. I got a little bit of Ripple. I'm not lying. I'm going to play both sides of the fucking field. I'm not. Why so negative? Well, Keith is he's an original. You know what I'm saying? He made some money on Bitcoin, and he's a Nexus developer. So I respect Keith's opinion on this wholeheartedly, but I also understand the risks. I'm not investing money that I'm not willing to lose. So it's $100. If I lose $100, am I gonna fucking lose the house? No. So you obviously don't invest money that you cannot lose. All right, so I got $10.60 in my lending wallet. I could pull that out right now, and I could send that over to wherever, to my Coinbase, and I could pull that out, send it to my bank account. I'll have $10. Well, by the end of it, I might have like $8 after all the fees and shit. But I'm going to hold true. I'm not going to let anybody sway me. I'm not going to let anybody sway me, and I'm going to reinvest. So I click the little reinvest button down here, and I'm going to move over enough to reach $10, and I'm going to click reinvest. I'm going to confirm. It's locked in for 299 days. I can get it back after 299 days. And now I have successfully reinvested, and now I have 60 cents left in my lending wallet. Now if we go down here, it may not have registered yet. Let's refresh the page. See what happens. Hey! Now I'm invested at $180. Okay. Now I will make interest rate on an extra $10. So tomorrow being $1.30% on my $100, I'll make $1.30, and then I'll make 13 cents off of all these $10 increments, which I have 8 of them. So that's 80 cents plus what's 3 times 8 is 24. So we're looking at like another $1. So I'm gonna make about a little over $2 in interest tomorrow. All right. Now it doesn't seem like a lot, and it does take you a little bit of time to get your investment back, but as long as they're making money, you're making money. So there's a risk with everything. Yeah, Christy's saying, isn't there just as much a risk with Bitcoin or Nexus? And absolutely. So you could Google Bitconnect. Believe me, I am not the expert. And believe me, if you want to do this, go right ahead and do it. If you don't want to do it, I don't really care. I'm not making a ton of money. I will actually show you my referral thing. I think the only referral that I have is Moses, because we kind of got in at the same time. I just made my thing before him. So I got Moses, and then Moses has one, Mikey 2 times, and Mikey 2 times didn't put any money in, so he didn't even actually get paid for that. So I got, I think I got, I'm lending $180. I don't think it shows you how much. If I remember correctly, it was $8. I think it's like 7 or 8% of whatever the investment is. So if you go and use my code and you invest $100, then I might get $8. So that's pretty good. And then I'll take that $8 and I'll probably reinvest it, or I'll pull it out and that'll be that. That'll be that. All right. So right there is the thing. What we're gonna do is, actually, it should be in my comments. So if you feel comfortable with this idea, go to Bitconnect site, run through their site. Obviously, they're not going to say anything bad about themselves. Go on YouTube Bitconnect. Go on Google Bitconnect. Do your own research. You're going to find negativity about it. You're going to find people making money off it. It is what it is. There is a big component of it that's set up like a pyramid scheme, no doubt about it. But what I explained to you in the most layman terms possible is how I believe, and from what I understand, is how they're making so much fucking money that they're not going to shut this fucking program down, which will then allow you to make money. So yeah, they're making a ton of money. Does that automatically make it a scam? I don't think so. Are there risks in anything? That's all I'm going to say. Let's see what Keith's saying, because I respect his opinion. Not essentially, because neither Bitcoin or Nexus promises returns. Ooh. Technically, Bitconnect is illegal to promote in the USA, and people will get prosecuted when it falls. Oh. Well, I'm not really worried about that. That's all I'm going to say, since anyone who exposes Bitconnect gets hacked. All right. Now, I think I've seen you say that before. So, Keith, obviously, Keith is my Nexus guy, man. He's the whole reason why I got into Nexus, pretty much. Well, Moses is, but via Keith. And, if we want to talk about risks, now I'm a long-term holder on Nexus, so I'm not selling my Nexus. But if I liquidated all my Nexus today, I would lose a decent amount of money. All right. So there's risk in anything. If the price of Bitcoin goes down, like it did a couple months back, or a couple weeks back, I should say, then I'm going to lose quite a bit of money. All right. So there is risk in all of these types of investments. There's risks in investments, in any kind of fucking investment. So what you have to do is decide for yourself, is this risk worth the reward, or is it not? And can I afford to lose X amount of money if it does not work out, or can I not? And these are the things that are going to say, okay, I'm willing to go into this. What I look at this like is basically kind of like a savings account, short-term savings account for me. In my savings account, I have whatever. If I have a couple $1,000 in there, over a fiscal quarter of the year, I'm going to make probably 60 cents. Okay, 60 fucking cents. I could have the same amount of money in here for almost the same length of time. Actually, this would be a little bit longer, and I would make exponentially more money, as long as this site is still running, and this site will probably still be running. So, are there risks involved? Absolutely, there's always risks involved. Let's look at some risks right here. Let's look at Quantum. I got some Quantum. Guess what? That's down. If I sell it right now, I'm losing money. I got some Ripple. If I sell it right now, I'm actually going to make a little bit of money. You know what? Let's actually look at Ripple. Since we're at the page. All right, so I bought into Ripple at least at a dollar amount when it was like 21 cents. I don't have a lot. I got a couple hundred of these. 21 cents, and now it's at 27 cents. And actually, the Bitcoin price is higher from when I bought in. I bought in at, I think it was just under 5,000 satoshis, and right now it's just under 6,000 satoshis. So if I sold my holdings in Ripple, I would actually make a little bit of money. The cash price, I'm not sure what it would be. It would probably be around $15, $18, something like that. All right. But if we want to talk about what's bad for Bitcoin and crypto, then we should probably talk about Ripple, right? Because Ripple is basically the idea of Ripple, and the support system behind Ripple is pretty much the exact opposite, or the exact reason why cryptocurrencies were created in the first place, to avoid backing in institutions that are backing Ripple. Right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who the hell knows? Who knows? You know what I want to do? I'm going to play a little background music. Let's play a little background music. Why not? While we talk here. Yeah. Doc Risk. All right. So that is basically my little Bitconnect tutorial. Love it or hate it. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to try to do more videos like this. I have like a spreadsheet that I had made. I don't know how low this is to you guys, but it's all up in my ear. I have a spreadsheet that I made, an Excel spreadsheet I made when I first started trading. And it was like I was locked down here in the basement for like 2 days straight coding this freaking this. You know what? I'm going to show you. Now, you know what? I don't want to show you. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you a lot of personal information in there. When I first started getting into crypto, I made this spreadsheet because I couldn't keep track of how much money I was making or losing. So I wound up making this Excel spreadsheet. It took me about 2 days to figure out how to code it properly. It pulls in live pricing from Bittrex. So as Bittrex pricing updates, my spreadsheet actually updates. The only problem is sometimes the coding gets a little wacky and I have to realign the coding in it. So it's a little pain in the ass. And it's a lot of manual work to keep doing it. It's much like Blockfolio. This is an app that you could download on your phone. And as you're making trades, you could actually just input those trades into Blockfolio and it'll keep track for you. So it essentially does the same thing. The thing that I find where you start running into an issue, and let me show you, is there's things that you could buy with Bitcoin, at least on Bittrex, and with Ethereum. So you could buy Neo. Let's say I buy Neo with Bitcoin. I could then sell it in the Ethereum market for Ethereum. When it comes to Blockfolio on my spreadsheet, when you go cross a blockchain platform like that, it cannot keep track accurately as far as profit or loss. All right. So what I would try to suggest, if you really want to keep accurate information, now maybe I'll make my at least a template for my spreadsheet. It's a Frankenstein. I took some ideas from some other people I saw. Maybe I'll put it up there for free so people could take it, play with it, improve it, whatever. But what I would do is, even if you're using Blockfolio, if you buy something in Bitcoin, sell it in Bitcoin if you really want to keep accurate track of how much money you're making or losing. All right. Right now, you're listening to the sweet, sweet sounds of Doc Risk. What I want to do here, is I really want to make this bigger, but it won't fucking let me. Jesus. Oh, there we go. You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring it back, way to the back. And we're going to play some old school DOL right here. Little locks it down. This is circa like 2004. Where were we at? That's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to show everybody. You could do your own research, make your own decisions. This is what it's all about. You're going to find information probably leading you both ways. You're just going to have to use your melon, and you're going to have to figure it out on your own. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. I can go over like the spreadsheet maybe another day. I don't really want to do that right now, to be honest with you. And that's pretty much it. What else do we talk about? We could talk about news. You want to talk? You know what? Let's do this, which I haven't done in a long time. Let's go to drudgereport.com and let's just see what today's crazy top stories are. I love Drudge Report because he's an aggregate. What he does, he just collects stories from all over the place, all your favorite outlets, everything from New York Times, CNN, MSNBC to the Washington Beacon, all sorts of different outlets, newspapers, all this shit, and just kind of groups them together. So all these different outlets that are writing about the Kremlin in Iran, they kind of get grouped up in this little section. The Columbus statue, Italian Americans fight back. So this is all basically on the same topic. It's pretty cool. Pence walks out after players take the knee. We're still taking the knee. Turn this fucking music off for a second. We're still taking the knee. We're still taking the knee. There's more important shit to be worried about, but we're still taking the freaking knee. I don't even watch football anymore. Let me tell you something. It was easy for me to give up football because I was a Jets fan. And I guess I still am a Jets fan. If I had to choose a team, like if I would die if I didn't choose a team, I would choose the Jets, which wouldn't be a great freaking choice for me. But I stopped watching football because it was taking up too much of my time. And, well, it was a couple of reasons. One, we cut our cable off because we decided we didn't need cable television anymore. We were just wasting a lot of time. So we cut that off, but then we just replaced it with Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all these other outlets, right? So, excuse me, I feel I probably got like a nose hair right there, and it's making me itch. So we cut the cable off many years ago, probably like 5 years ago now. Haven't gone back to cable. Still got Netflix, all that other jazz. Cut the football off because it just was a waste of my time. First of all, I'm not even good at football, so I don't care that much about stats of football and all that shit. I got friends who do fantasy football all the time. More power to you if that's your thing. You know, they're basically doing it because they love football, and that's kind of like their thing, and they're going to make some money on it. They're betting each other, so they're gambling a little bit with it. Much like crypto. But I had to cut it off because I had to replace. I wanted to focus more on things that mattered to my life, so I started paying more attention to politics, and so I replaced football with politics, which is essentially the same freaking thing. It's just a game, moving the ball back and forth, red, then blue, then red. Wait, where's yellow? Here he comes. Nope, no yellow, just red and blue, two parties. All right. So I cut the football off, and that was pretty easy to do. But the whole thing with this taking a knee shit and fucking Kaepernick and all this fucking crap is people watch football so they can escape reality and they can escape politics and the day-to-day grind, and they just want to kind of just watch a game, get excited about their team, and that's it. But now you can't even watch ESPN without politics being interjected. So now if you look at the ratings of ESPN, their Nielsen ratings are freaking taking a dump. Look at the ratings of the NFL as a whole, taking a dump. Look at merch sales, all that kind of shit for the NFL. All of that is taking a dump. So we may come to the point where, guess what? If we want football to remain around, we're going to have to leave politics out of it because people, for the most part, don't want to hear it. Now, as far as taking the knee is concerned, I don't really care. It's your freedom of speech. You want to kneel. You want to lay down on your stomach while the Star-Spangled Banner is being sang, the national anthem. Who really cares? That's your freedom of choice. That's the whole point of the First Amendment and the Constitution. But the free market will decide if people want to keep watching that kind of crap. And it looks like, for the most part, people do not want to keep watching that kind of crap. So, and also, teams are privately owned, so the team owners can put in rules that say you have to stand, like I'm reading right now. If we go back to old Drudgy report, Dolphins required to stand. So Dolphins owner Steve Ross now wants players to stand for the anthem. Coach Adam Gase makes it a rule. All right. Now we got pop-ups. Get out of my face, pop-ups. So the Miami Dolphins is privately owned. And Steve Ross, the owner, says, guess what? I want you to stand because I don't want my merch sales to take a shit. So you're going to stand, and you're going to like it, and you're going to look like you're proud of the goddamn flag. All right? Oh, what happened to Drudge? Go back, Drudge report. We were just coming to something here. So Coach resigns after damning snorting video surface. What is that? Snorting like a pig, or is that snorting cocaine? Ah, you snorting the cocaine, are you, Coach? So, football, guess what? If we want football to remain around in the facet that it is in now, that was a quick little yap. In the facet that it is now, then we are going to have to probably start paying our players less money. You might not have these multi-million-dollar contracts anymore because merch sales are going to be going down, advertising is going to be going down, so the only way to keep it in the same realm, in the same spotlight, is to then cut your overhead down, which is going to be cutting the costs of, the only overhead you really have is what? Advertising, maybe some equipment, rental, a stadium, all that. I don't know how that works. But payroll is basically the main one. So, that's where we're at with that. Let's go down. Napa fires of hell. San Francisco choking in smoke. It's an inferno. So, gosh, I keep forgetting about this. California and the West Coast is on fire, bro. On fire. A lot better. You rebooted the video? Oh. This should be a lot better as far as my uploads go. Because we have the hardline internet down here now. Hopefully we're seeing that. If it comes down to it, we may have to upgrade the internet service that we have, because I ran a test. Now, Babes told me we was on Dream 60, which means you would get 60 megabyte download and you probably get 6 upload. Okay? I ran some tests, and all I'm saying is I'm showing pretty consistent 30 download. And with the actually weird, and it might just be settings on my computer that I actually wanted to look at today and I didn't. I was only getting like less than 1 megabyte upload with the hard line that we just ran, and I was getting like 2 with the wireless upload. Pretty crazy. But if we upgrade to the Dream 60, we'll get 60 down, and we'll get, I believe, 6 up. Right now we're getting 30 down, 3 up. At least that's the potential. That's the potential. All right. Where are we at? Let's go back to Drudge. So, California is on fire. Now, the Jehovah's Witness just came to the house. What was that? Yesterday? It was the day before. It might have been yesterday. No, it was the day before. The Jehovah's came to the house. We seen the van pull up. 2 of them come out. Seemed like very nice people. I meet them out there in the driveway because I don't want them come to the door. I got the freaking dogs going crazy. God forbid these things come out. They don't like Jehovah's, right? So I'm talking to them, and I told them I'll take the literature. I don't have time to talk. I wound up talking to them for like 15 minutes, all right? This always freaking happens. Then at the end of it, they're like, can we come back and talk to you? After I told them, like, hey, I'm Jewish. All I really believe is that you need to treat people, with respect and live your life in a positive realm where you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you do right by other people, and you do good things. You help people out. You give charity when you can. I believe that this and that energy, that positive energy, needs to be spread more. So this is what I'm telling them, basically. And this is what I feel like all religions are, for the most part. It's just telling you, it's a guideline on a way to live your life. Do I necessarily think if you're Christian and you believe in Jesus and you've sacrificed yourself to Jesus, that when the rapture comes, you will then be saved, or however it works? And I won't, because I'm Jewish and I don't believe Jesus is my savior. I'm just speaking in like generalities here as far as Jews versus Christians go. No, I don't really believe that. I'm sorry. I do believe religion is good for giving you an outline and a guide to live your life, at least for the most part. And as long as you live your life with these intentions in mind, these positive intentions in mind, then you will become enlightened and you will be saved, whatever the hell that means. All right. So I thought by telling them that they would just go away, but the lady was like, can we come back to talk to you again? I'm like, if you can catch me. She's like, oh, we'll catch you. So they're going to be coming back. Freaking A. But I asked them about, hey, the 23rd, what happened? Shit was supposed to end, right? We got all these fires going down. You got all these earthquakes going down, all these hurricanes going down. You got, I was about to say financial collapse, but you really don't. I mean, as far as our country goes, we're actually the best we've been in, what, fucking 6 years, 8 years, something like that. So there's not that aspect of it necessarily, although it could be a fake bubble or a real bubble, however you want to look at that. So, yeah, the end times didn't come. But this is what they were kicking to me. I asked them about the 23rd. They basically said, what does that tell you? These was all basically coming from one guy saying that he figured it out and all this stuff was lining up. Yeah, we got G30. I know we got G30. I could see it. And then it didn't happen. So what does that tell you about this guy? That he doesn't know what he's talking about. But this book here lays it out for you. It tells you everything you need to know, and because we're Jehovah's, that we know the right answers, and these are the right answers. I think everybody's got some of the right answers, and you just got to live your life accordingly. That's how I feel. I mean, my mother's Jewish, my father's Irish Catholic. You're supposed to follow your mother's religion, but they're also hippies when I was a child. So we weren't forced to go one way or the other. I've been to church. I've been to synagogue. I've been to Hebrew school. You know, I never graduated from Hebrew school. Essentially never became a man. Never had a bar mitzvah. Never had a, what do you call the Catholic version of that? The communion. So I guess I've never really become a man. I don't know. But does that mean when the end times come, let's say today's the end, that I don't get saved because I didn't have a communion, or I wasn't baptized, or I didn't have a bar mitzvah? I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not the religion guy. All I'm saying is it's probably not good to just wholeheartedly just all in on one thing or another. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You drop the basket. They all break. It goes something like that. Who the hell knows? Drudge Report. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. I should know how to say that because that's a Jewish name. This is how Jewish I am. All right, folks, listen up. Is finding that few in Hollywood want to be on his side. So let's read this a little bit. Harvey Weinstein, the brash outsider from Queens who upended Hollywood, has always liked to think of himself as an underdog. So there may have been no prouder moment for him than the night of March 21st, 1999, when he stood on the stage accepting the Best Picture Oscar for Shakespeare in Love. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Who gives a crap about that? Let's go to a different article. Fucking LA Times, man. Controversy exposed Hollywood's double standard. Maybe this will tell us. Oh, another LA Times. Jesus. They're the only ones writing about this. Weinstein's sex harassment controversy exposes Hollywood's double standards. When infamous Access Hollywood tape leaked 1 year ago, capturing then candidate, now President Trump, bragging in the course that he grabs him by the old vagina holes. Hollywood had a meltdown. Cher called Trump a scumbag Carney Barker on Twitter, and comedian Patton Oswalt labeled him a sexist creep. This week, amid revelations that Oscar-winning movie and television producer Harvey Weinstein had a long history of sexual harassing women, Hollywood's response was largely muted. Film studios on Friday all declined to comment. Okay, I see. Yep. Hollywood shines light on Catholic Church, sex trafficking. Let's shine it. They don't really shine light on sex trafficking. Let's be clear about that. If Hollywood shined the light on sex trafficking, they'd be shining the light on themselves. Because when you want to talk about the biggest purveyors besides the Catholic Church of pedophilia and sex trafficking, Hollywood is either tied or a very close second. Go to arrestpodesta.com. That's all I got to say. That's a whole nother show. All right. Hollywood has a poor track record when it comes to women. Actresses received 31.4% of speaking roles in the top 100 films released last year. Oh, my God. I'm so sick of that statistic. Women only make 70 cents to every dollar a man makes. Shut the fuck up. That's not actually true. I'm not the best person to cite these statistics. Look at like Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro. They do it way better than I ever will. Or Dinesh D'Souza, possibly. I believe I saw him say something. So I guess what it looks like is this dude has been sexually harassing women for probably his whole entire life, at least his Hollywood career. And now that this has come out, Trump once said to Billy Bush that because he's so rich, it's crazy. You could just grab him by the puss, and it's like they won't do nothing. Now, he wasn't saying forcefully grab them by the puss against their will, but they will let you grab them by the pussy. This guy was probably, and I bet you it might even come out that he had drugged and raped a few, a little Cosby-esque, that he will... I mean, he's been sexually harassing women, and where's all the outrage? No freaking outrage, it looks like. So this is the double standard of Hollywood, this liberal fucking Hollywood. They're all up in arms about Trump. I mean, they won't shut the hell up about Trump. How come they're not talking about John Podesta? How come they're not talking about Harvey Weinstein? How come they're not talking about, what's his fuck? The guy that everybody thinks... Who's the guy with AIDS? 2 men and a baby? Not 2 men and a baby. 2.5 men. Man, I can't think of his fucking name. Why can't I think of his name? This is ridiculous. All right, anyway, that's the show. I'm just going to shut it up right there. I got to take a piss. So we'll be back. I'm going to do no cardio and chat again. Definitely. I should probably just stick to cardio and chat just because... Well, just because we'll be doing cardio then also, which is good. I'm still working on, okay, here we go. So I outlined, or I started to outline the Nico fasting challenge. It'll probably be like a 10 to 14 day challenge where you can join in. You do a weigh-in body fat percentage, and I'll have outlines on how to do all that. You do that pre-contest. Then when the term of the contest is up, you do a weight loss and a body fat loss at the end. We'll probably do it by body fat, because if you are a fatter person and you go through the same process as me, then you will lose more weight. You will just lose more weight. So we got to do it by body fat percentage to be fair. So I'm outlining it now. Nico's going to outline the outline for the actual fasting part of it, and like what to eat, as far as timelining it and all that stuff. And I will outline the contest part of it. I will upload this probably within a week or so. I'll probably give like another week for people to kind of get in line if they want to do this with me. And you will be able to then win, if you lose more body fat percentage than me, 5 Nexus. I'm going to have to put a cap on that, maybe 5 people tops. And if you are the top body fat percentage loser, you will get 10 Nexus from me. This is from my own personal account, and a Corrected Axiom t-shirt, or maybe a CD, something like that. I'm going to outline this moving forward, and that's the freaking show. I got to piss, so if you could look at my legs, they're moving like non-stop right now. I look like I sound really Jewish on this show for some reason. I don't know why. All right, guys, you know the freaking routine. Charlie Sheen, that was his name. Why isn't Hollywood shining the light on Charlie Sheen? I mean, this is the guy that a lot of people think that Corey Feldman has been alluding to when he talks about the guy who was getting all in the Corey Feldman days, like Corey Hanna, all these freaking kids, Macaulay Culkin, all these kids that were obviously molested as young stars. He was alluding in a couple of his interviews to some guy that he worked with on a set when he was young. It probably is Charlie Sheen. So Charlie Sheen is probably bringing these kids in, and then where they go from there, they sell their souls. They sell them to other Hollywood people. Who knows? I mean, this shit is really serious. And I know that. What about R. Kelly? Thank you, babe. You're doing great in the chat today. R. Kelly, what about R. Kelly, man? This guy's running basically a cult where he kidnapped women and brainwashed them. He's probably peeing and doo-dooing on them all damn day. All right, so I'm going to do no cardio and chat again. When I don't feel like doing cardio, I'll probably stick to the cardio more often. And if this quality came out real nice, then we're improved with the hardline internet. So that's good. All right, mother suckers, I'm out of here. As always, if you want to talk about anything specific on cardio and chat, or no cardio and chat, or crypto and chat, I'm going to be doing a Shat and Chat. That's a spin-off of cardio and chat. I'm going to be doing Shat and Chat. That's a very small episode, maybe only 5 minutes, where I'm on the bowl and I'm talking shat. Moses is going to have his own spin-off of that spin-off, which is going to call Shat Break and Chat A. It's got a little Canadian feel to it, so that's pretty cool. And then I might even do another spin-off, which I did one episode already, called Crawl Space and Chat, where I just go into the crawl space. For some reason, I just sit there on a bucket and I chat with you. All right, guys and ladies, we're out of here. Please share the videos. You know I love the shares. If you want to get into Bitconnect and you're not Keith, then you could use my referral code and you could invest that way. I'll make, a couple bucks off of that. And, let's make some money together. Or just invest in Nexus. There's no guarantee that you'll make money, though. And there's no guarantee you'll lose money, right? You just got to believe in the project, in the long-term goal. All right. Mother suckers, I'm out of here. Share the videos. Share, like. And, what we should probably do with my weird ass face? We should probably roll out to a little music. Yeah. Yo, D-Rux, where you at, bro? If anybody's seen Xavier, man, put him onto this video. Love this shit. Excuse me, bitch.
This is my resume, the key to my soul. The reason why I live today and never lose control. Switch faces, chameleon, I know they on patrol. Plotting a takeover, head for the gusto. Russian roulette with a gas pellet pistol. Use Kool-Aid, poultry, damage me, shit, no. Yo, we about to fit mics just like we should. Disciples of logic, and you know it's good. Ain't no iron team, so I bring along with me. DOL, when you act, sing along with me. Are we about to fit mics just like we should? Disciples of logic, and you know it's good. Ain't no iron team, so I bring along with me. DOL, when you act, sing along with me.
Folks knotted up is what followers felt. Pull your lip over your face so you can swallow yourself. Full of yourself means that you're hollow as hell. You've been in it a long time, but I hardly can tell. I hit the booth track turbulent, breakback murderers, payback's a bitch when you ain't this verbalist. DOL, I know you heard of us, burn them up, leave the bodies rotten while I lay my verses on the clock. I'm a twisted individual, and that's the truth. Rock the mic with syllables so hard.